I'm just heading out this morning for a 4-day, 3-night camping and kayak trip. Just a bit of time to get out there solo and do a bit of camping, a bit of bushcrafting, a bit of kicking back, and a bit of having a bloody good time. I'm pretty excited about it. It's a nice still morning. It's about 10 o'clock. There is expected to be some wind in the next few days, which is why I'm in the kayak and not the canoe. I would have loved to have come in the canoe, but yeah, I've got some serious winds coming. So it's Old Town Guide 147, which is great for 2 people, but when I'm on my own, if the wind kicks up, I'm all over the place. So I'm out in the kayak again, but the kayak can handle enough gear, so it's not a problem. Okay, this is day 1, and I think this is where I'm going to be camping for the night. Just pulled in here, and this area here, it's, as you can see, there's a lot of kangaroo poo around here, so I think this grass is kept down by the roos. There's lots and lots of firewood, lots of fallen trees and branches everywhere. So yeah, it's kind of like, you know, ringed with trees, quite a nice idyllic spot, plus it's sheltered. The wind is actually heading this way today, so we're in the lee of the hill, and it's not a bad spot. So I'm just going to set up camp. Okay, I've been asked by a couple of subscribers, a few subscribers now, what I take out when I'm canoeing and kayaking. So I'm just going to go through, I've just got in camp, so before I actually get everything set up, I'll just run through everything that I have. The big blue thing there is just building. It's called silver wrap. It's comes on a big roll. Builders use it to insulate and sort of moisture barrier for houses. Had a whole big roll of that at work, so took some off. That's going to be my ground sheet tonight. Start up at the top left corner. That's my hammock, Warbonnet Blackbird tarp. Integral Design Sill Tarp 2, my underquilt for my hammock, and the sleeping bag, which is just my winter bag. It's just something I got at a charity shop. You know, it's a down sleeping bag. It's winter grade. It's actually a really good bag. It's quite old, but it was nice and clean. So for 20 bucks, can't go wrong. That there is the thermal liner. It's supposed to get down to about 2 tonight. Tent stakes. That's a Maxpedition Versi pack. I'm going to, that's my day pack, and it's got all of my survival stuff in. I have that around my, that's over my shoulder basically, around me when I'm in the kayak, and it's attached to my PFD, and it's also got the PLB in there, the EPIRB, that Jem, a friend of mine, Jem, lent me for this trip, which is great. Binoculars, Pele Harding knife, crook knife, hatchet, Sven saw, folding saw, a foam pad to go in my sleeping bag underneath my feet. That bag there, the blue dry bag, is all of my food for the about 3.5 days, really 4 days. That there is a big it's a roll of Reflectix, and that's got all of the I'm having a stew tonight, so I got my the meat frozen. That'll probably still be frozen. It's very good at keeping stuff frozen for a long time. Yeah, that's a GSI, I think it's called micro or mini camping table. That's just the big dry bag that I put everything in. That was a wind jacket that I was wearing while I was on the kayak. That there's all the rest of my clothes, that yellow dry bag. 2 wine cask goon bags full of water, and another bottle of water. Also have, I'll get through this water, I'll need more than this, but that's my, you know, Platypus Big Zip 3-litre bag, and the Sawyer filter's also in there, so when I'm out of water, there's some creeks around, I'll just go to a creek and do some refills. That there, in that plastic, is my swag. I've taken the pad component out of it. That was the only thing that was actually strapped to the top of the kayak. It didn't quite fit inside. I've got quite a low, it's a Dagger Edisto is the model of the kayak I've got. Now we've got my cook set, which is just the billy there and the cosy. It's actually my Snow Peak 900, but I've made a bail for it, so it's going to be like a billy. Enamel plate, enamel cup, some fuel for, I've got an alcohol stove as well. Just a grill that I got from like a dollar store. My wild food field guide, and just my everything bag. This has got head torch, some extra batteries, spare guy lines, more cordage, you know, pillow, all that kind of everything else. Now it's not a very big kayak. It's a low volume kayak. As I said, it's a Dagger Edisto, but I'm able to get all of this in here. I mean, obviously I've got a swag and a hammock. That's because I didn't know how leachy it was going to be. I didn't really want to be doing the swag tonight if it was really wet still out here, but it's not. It's actually quite dry, so I'm going to go with the swag. And that really big dry bag there, that's what I do is I basically fill it up, but not full obviously, and it goes in. There's like an 8-inch or 9-inch hatch at the front of the kayak, and I just loosely do it, and then I can just put it all in, squish it through the hole, almost item by item, and then it just fills that whole cavity up. Seems to work fine. All I got there is a little fold-up chair, and they're my Ugg boots for later on, so it's going to get quite chilly tonight. I've just got the PFD there. So that's everything that I take with me. Thanks. One thing I forgot to mention is the solar panel. This is it's the Goal Zero Elite, I think it's called, the Nomad 7. It actually works. It's a really good, wouldn't usually bring it, but because I'm in the kayak and I'm going to be here for several days, I can just redo some battery charging that way for the camera, and just torch batteries and stuff. Okay. Just cooking a stew in my Snow Peak 900, which is now had the billy conversion. So a homemade bail thing is basically just like a snare. I'll give you a look at it in the daylight. Cooking a stew in there for tonight's dinner. Very nice. So this is how I ended up last night. Just the tarp up, swag in there. The bag that was around the swag, I just blocked the end off, some breeze coming in. Slept great. Sleeping bag was just right, bang on the money. Didn't need to vent at all, and I wasn't too hot, so perfect. Just got Billy on, a cup of tea, and I'm going to have some kippers.